been yet another woman who has snapped on her husband and is currently facing murder charges after brutally beating him with a baseball bat. I'm tired of wasted memories. Our laughter down the drain. Trying to prove our love, but you're addicted to the pain. I can talk for hours, but your heart ain't trying to listen. The beat is so low, can't get a stethoscope's attention. I'm feeling real relentless, walking miles for getting inches. You can drop the charges, don't deserve this prison sentence. You'd rather keep me strung along like I'm just non-existent. So when it hits the fan and I'm gone, it's business. Let's turn this madness into heaven. Why can't we be beautiful? Let's turn this into forever. It can be just take another night. If you're looking at me like I don't belong. Another night. Why are we so strong? Why are we so wrong? Time to break the silence, throw away the blindfold, take the chains off my heart. I'm willing to try again. I'll try. Here we going round two. What you putting us through? We can reach for the stars. I'll put it on you. On you. On you. Let's turn this madness into heaven. Why can't we be beautiful? Let's turn this into forever. It can be just take another night. If you're looking at me like I don't belong. Another night. Why are we so strong? Why are we so wrong? Yeah. Now I done put it all on the line. Gave you my lock and key. Threw away my skeletons, but you still trying to bury me. Suffocating from your pressure. When you gonna let me breathe? We ain't gotta be together. One more strike before I leave. The last time I'ma mention this, won't be no more incidents. Pull the trigger on our love and now you got an itch. We've been through the fire so much, we know how to handle it. I ain't trying to burn with you, so when it settles, you're dismissed. Let's turn this madness into heaven. Why can't we be beautiful? Let's turn this into forever. It can be just take another night. If you're looking at me like I don't belong. Another night. Why are we so strong? Why are we so wrong? Breaking news. It seems we have another wife who has snapped on her husband, which has resulted in his death. The couple was seen all smiles just a few days prior on social media. Deputies are still on the hunt for his body. Why can't we be beautiful?
Yo, welcome to yet another episode of ADQ's Renaissance. I'm your host with the most, keep it 100 from coast to coast through God a boast. ADQ. It is Monday, August the 2nd, 2021. And you all, please bear with me for a second. You know what I'm saying? You all bear with me for a second. You know what I'm saying? Try and make this a little bit more accessible. So let's see. All of you who want to get up in here, you will be able to shortly. Yeah. How's everybody doing out there? Everybody good? Everybody wonderful? Me, I'm doing good. I'm living a life. It's a good life. You know what I'm saying? It's a good life. So, yo, I don't know if my guest got that, but hopefully they will be able to view it on my guest channel, on my guest Facebook, on my guest Facebook page. Anywho, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody tuned in to my episode with the brother T Walker last night. Hopefully you did. If you didn't, yo, you missed it. You missed jewels, you missed gems, you missed pearls, you missed water, great water. But you can check that on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please, please, please. Now, let's get into who I have with me tonight, yo. Who I have with me tonight is a young lady. I do mean young. A young lady who I've been trying to get on here for ages. You know what I'm saying? When I first started this, she was one of the people who I wanted to get on. That is a year and a half of fighting to get her on, but she is a very busy, high in demand singer and actress. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I first met her back in 2011, I believe, 10 years ago. We were in this play together called Even A Wretch Like Me. It was my first black play. It was her first play, period. That was her first venture into acting. We have worked together like 3 other times ever since. She is so dope that when Keisha Rice dropped the album 313, which is fire, she was on almost like more than half the tracks. You know what I'm saying? She has worked repeatedly with James Lyons. She has worked repeatedly. Who the heck is that? Anyway, she has worked repeatedly with James Lyons. She has worked repeatedly with RL is so inspired by this young lady that he even wrote a song about her. Wrote a poem about her, or inspired by her, something like that. I don't know. Anywho, yo, please welcome to ADQ's Renaissance, my sister, Miss Javetta Milton. Javetta, where you at?
Hi. What's going on, good people? How y'all doing tonight? I'm sorry. People have been inboxing me. They can't access the link, but
They
I
can't
think they
access
can
the
see
link.
the live one now. I think they can now. It's okay.
Oh, it is cool. If they can't access the link,
okay.
If they can't access the link, they can also view this on your Facebook page. Or, actually, hold on one second.
So can you make your Facebook Live public and I can share that? Hello. It looks like Adrian froze. Adrian lost signal, guys. and he is coming back momentarily. So, welcome to the Javetta Show. No, I'm just playing. This is Adrian's show. I'm just playing. I'm a special guest. Um, he lost connectivity, so hopefully he will be back. And if not, then we'll just talk about some random stuff. But in the meantime, one of my friends is texting me saying crazy stuff. But in the meantime, I hope that you guys enjoy this evening. And I hope that you enjoy the show. I believe there's a link at the bottom that's asking you to donate to ADQ's Renaissance if you're feeling like you're in the giving spirit. It would be so dope if my supporters would send a special cash app on my behalf to ADQ. The money is not going to me. The money will actually go to promote, push, and get his. Oh, there he is. See, I was hyping you up, Adrian. I was hyping you up, bruh.
Thank
We're
you.
trying to
I
get some
feel
cuss.
hyped, and I'm glad that you did not hear all the cuss words I just said.
See, see.
So let's try this again. Take
Okay,
two.
let's try it again.
Action.
Whoop whoop. What's going on, people? How you? Oh, this ain't my show. This is your show. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna sit here humbly.
Nah, nah, go ahead. I mean, I named this "My Turn to Act Up with Javette" for a reason. So go ahead, do what you do. No,
I hope my co-host is watching. Carlos, what up, Los? I think he is. I don't know.
if he is
You,
watching, I just want to point out. He calls himself chocolate goodness. I'm chocolate greatness. I'm
you should get
chocolate.
him to. You should get him to make you a shirt that says "Chocolate Greatness." Then
Yes. Something it should say ADQ is chocolate goodness elevated to the stratosphere.
you so extra. I guess that's how we are, though, right?
That's my Virgo energy.
You're a Virgo. Oh my God, I'm a Capricorn, which is why
You
I'm always
didn't
busy and I'm always working. You know,
in the 10 years that we've known each other, you never knew that I was a Virgo.
I never knew that you were a Virgo. As a matter of fact, I haven't had really a lot of interactions with Virgos, so I can't really say what's up or yeah, I can rock with Virgos or not. I have I normally interact with Tauruses. Uh, my boyfriend is an Aries. Um, my daughter's a Gemini, and I am surrounded by Leos always, always. So
Aries are mean. Tauruses are the devil.
wait a minute,
No,
now I'm not gonna
they
let you
have
say
horns for a
that.
reason.
Actually, no, that's because you're a Virgo. But see, I'm a Capricorn, and Cap. Well, actually, I'm a Sagicorn. I'm on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn. So my Sagittarius side is the most compatible sign with Aries, which is why me and my boyfriend get along so well. And then my Capricorn side is most compatible with Tauruses. So I get along very well with Tauruses.
It took a
Most
Leo. It took a Leo and a Sagittarius to make me.
well, oh wow. Well, I can see that.
My
I can
mom's
see that. I'm surrounded by Leos. I got Leos to my left, to my right, in front of me, behind me. My closest friends are Leos and Capricorns. My closest, well, my son is a Leo. Uh, yeah, I got a lot of Leos, so I got a lot of birthday presents I got to get in the month of July and August.
well, Leos are lions, so basically you got the Lion King going on around you.
I do, I do. It's true. No lies detected, none
now,
whatsoever.
now that we went through that whole horoscope thing, Javetta, it is
What
great
up?
to finally have you. It is great to see you. It is great to all of that. You know, one second you're looking at you going to jail. Next second, look at you just shining like you always do.
Look. I wasn't even ready. I did not know you was going to post that song. You were going to share that song before before the show started. But you told me you was going to share a song and you weren't going to tell me what it was. So I hadn't seen a video since it first came out. Yes, I was looking like somebody's baby thug in that video.
No, you look great.
Ironically, that same jumpsuit I wore in RL's shock opera. Were you there to see that? I played Majesty, the lead. Yeah, I was in jail in that one too. I just recycled that wardrobe. Yes, I did.
No, I'm doing this on facepalming right now because not only was I there to see it, but I was in it.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, I didn't do
So
anything significant in it though. I was more of
you
an ex.
arrested me. You arrested me.
Yeah, I
Did
locked
you?
you up, yo.
Okay.
Jeez,
Oh,
Javetta, you keep on getting locked up. Is there something about you I don't know?
no, let me tell you, I've been in a lot of production since then. That was what, 2019, November 2019.
Around that time.
Uh, yes, I probably would have been in more if it wasn't for COVID, but I have a lot on my plate. So I'm like, Adrian, are you there? I felt like you were there. Okay.
Yeah,
So
you
can
felt
we?
my energy. You felt my energy. The crazy thing is, one thing that I love to brag about is you felt my energy, and we established this beautiful friendship slash brother sistership when you did your first play, right?
That's correct. Even a Wretch Like Me by Pachanda Dubose. That's
Yes.
absolutely correct.
What I'm wondering is how in the world were you able to transition from strictly singing into the world of stage because in the world into the world of the theater because it's not an easy transition.
Well, let me just say, my family has always said that I am dramatic. I don't think that I'm dramatic.
You are.
I think I'm laid back and I think I just love hard and I live hard. And I see I'm being dramatic right now. I absolutely love life. That's what it is.
Well, you got one like
So
this, so you better love it.
in high school, yeah, I've been singing all my life. My father's a pastor, so we grew up in the church as the praise team. Me and all of my sisters. My brother played the keyboard. It's seven of us, so I already had the stage experience. And so what happened was my senior year of high school, I decided to audition. I was really shy until you got to know me, and then I became an extrovert. So, somebody taught me into auditioning for Jesus Christ Superstar. I loved Jesus Christ Superstar. I watched it. I knew every song, front, back, beginning to end. We didn't have cable growing up, so all we had were like VHS. So I wore that tape out. And I was like, oh my God. But I'm like, who can I play? It didn't matter. I was cast as Simon, but they renamed the role Simone.
Mm.
Have you seen Jesus Christ Superstar?
I've heard some of the soundtrack, but I never like actually seen it.
You too young. Okay, so Simon in
Oh
the
my
actual
god.
film,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna watch that tonight. No, tomorrow when I wake up. In the actual film, he's black. He's got this curly, wild hair, and he's singing, Christ, you know I love you. Somebody on here knows Jesus Christ Superstar. It's not just me. Anyway,
Somebody does.
so I learned the song. I could read music a little bit, but I was not proficient in it. So I learned the song the way that the film did it, and then I auditioned thinking that it was going to be the way that the film was. So it was more like, Christ, you know I love you. Didn't you see I waved? And I was like, so I came out like, I sing in church. So I came out like, and I got the part.
You went black church on them.
Yeah, yeah. But I got the part and I was so excited. And then I found out that my boyfriend at the time's prom was the same night as opening night for Jesus Christ Superstar.
Right?
So I had to make a decision. I'm like, listen, I have to be in this play.
Yes, you do.
And he said, I really want you on my arm. We went to two different schools. I really want you on my arm for prom. And guess what I chose?
What did you choose?
Don't judge me. I went to the prom. cute little white dress. Oh, I just felt amazing. But it hurt my heart because that was a part of my life that I really wanted to branch off into at an early age. And I chose to go to the prom the first night. So I was like, hey, can I please? And so he said, no, if you can't make all the shows, then we're going to have to use your understudy. My understudy was a young Caucasian girl that couldn't sing. So, yeah.
So basically, all of the theater that you have been doing over the past 10 years, you are basically making
Yep.
up for that. I
I'm
don't
making up for
judge
that.
you. We don't
I'm
judge.
making up for that. The funny thing is, I was I was married back in 2015, and the relationship that I was in, I was hot in my career. I started acting in like 2009 or 2010. So I was like deep in it. I was touring in DC. I was going up to New York. I was doing all these great things. And then I met this guy, and he kind of did the same thing. He supported, supported, supported. Then I got married, and he set an ultimatum, and he's like, you need to choose acting or me. I didn't
Mm,
think that was fair. I didn't think that that was fair at all. Like, if you met me doing this and you loved me through this, then, and I wasn't even acting a whole lot. I was in Lover's Lane, a web series. So we were shooting, yes, wasn't it the bomb? We were shooting on weekends. So one season would be from Friday until Sunday afternoon. We would shoot that whole season.
hmm
So anyway.
So, there's a lesson in what you have just shared, and I thank you very much for sharing that. But there's a lesson here. There's actually two lessons. Number
Hmm.
one, people out there, if you're going to date a person who is in the theater, you're going to have to share your
Wait,
heart.
say theater again. Say it again.
Oh, I say that all the time. I say it like this: the theater.
You so dramatic. Okay.
Absolutely. If you're dating someone in the theater, you have to share that person's heart. You have to share
Hmm.
it with the stage. You're going to hear, I'm sorry, but I have rehearsal a lot when you are dating someone who is involved in the theater. Number two, anybody who is worth having at any time, because these two people who ask you to sacrifice something that you hold near and dear to your heart, they are no longer in your lives, correct? So anybody who asks you to sacrifice something that you hold near and dear, it's not someone worth having. But we all have learned that. I've learned that. You learned that. That's what life is about. You learn things, right?
That's correct. I think um for me, I give my all in everything in life and love, the pursuit of happiness, my career. I give 110% to everything, okay? It's not a whole lot left for me to enjoy me, but I still try to find a way to balance. I don't have balance. I'm just going to be honest with you, but I still try to make time for every aspect of my life. And one thing that I did learn as a thespian is people do appreciate the shine. I mean, they want to be seen on the red carpets with you. They want to be seen at the movie premieres with you. They want to be seen in pictures and stuff with you. However, they don't want you to take the time to perfect your craft. They don't want the time taken away from them. So, and I've actually dated fellow thespians before, and what I found in that relationship was that um, it was almost like he was trying to make it a competition. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go audition for this. Well, I'm gonna go audition too. And it was like, if I got the part and he didn't get the part, he felt some type of way about me. So, I'm like, I'm not gonna dumb down my craft so that I'm not gonna stop auditioning because for whatever reason. So
Yeah, me, I couldn't date an actress. I couldn't date an actress because I espoused this extremely problematic double standard. Here's the double
yeah,
standard. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
So while I do not like stage romance at all, I don't like it at all. I've done it. I've kissed women and I've kissed and slapped women in front of their boyfriends and in front of their husbands. You know what I'm saying? Now, if another dude was to do that to a woman that I'm dating, I would feel some type of way about that. And also, I told you it's a double standard.
It is double standard. So here's what I'm
I told
gonna
you on
say.
that.
I'm gonna say the relationship. Oh, hey, we got comments. I'm looking at the other thread. Hey, James, how you doing? We
James
can't say
who?
you're not here. You so Little John.
James Lil John. Yo, what up, James? Yeah, he's been on before.
Los is on here too. I just saw the comments. Okay. So
What's up, chocolate okayness?
here's the thing with romance. I mean, I like to embody every single role that I get. Now, when I'm in a relationship, one of the first things that I say is, I want you to know that I'm an actress, okay? And I'm serious about my craft. So this is like a career for me. So when I clock in, whatever it is that I do when I clock in, this is a part of the business.
Mm-hmm.
The last play that I was in a couple weekends ago, I had a husband in the show. You know, I had to sing to him, I had to dance with him. He put his arm around my waist, and he was, and my boyfriend wasn't there, but I told him from the beginning, I'm like, listen, this is my craft, this is what I do. Thankfully, I'm with a man who is consistently supportive and who consistently loves me and allows me to be unapologetically me, whether it's in acting or my goofy normal self. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. Um, but I have been the girlfriend who watched her boyfriend kiss another woman and do a love scene. And your human self feels some type of way, but it's not. I knew what it was. I knew what it was. I'm like, this is business. And at the end of the day, he's coming home to me. So it's all good. Now, with that being said, I'm probably wouldn't be in a relationship if my man was like a stripper or something like that. I wouldn't be able to separate the two. I'm like, you taking off all your clothes for other women. No, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah,
Double
I'm not.
standard.
Ain't no T-Pain over here. Ain't no T-Pain over here. So, so what would you say out of all the plays that you've been in? I was about to ask you what is your most favorite, but I would ask you what was your most challenging.
Definitely Touch, a shock opera by RL. It was definitely my most challenging part. I'm a goofy person by nature. Um, I love roles where I can be funny, where I can make the audience laugh, where I can just freely be somebody that's like crazy. I love those roles. In Touch, a shock opera, it was literally a shock opera. So I had to embody a character who was molested by her father. And I don't know if I could tell the story. I don't think it'll.
Tell what
Anyway,
story?
the storyline of the play. Anyway, I
The
end
play,
up murdering.
the play has been out. People have seen it. Go
Okay.
right ahead.
Okay. So I end up murdering my father. And there's a monologue at the end where I am just like explaining my life and what has happened to me in detail. And it took me to a place. I'm not even gonna lie. It took me to a dark, dark place that I did not want to visit. And every rehearsal, I mean, it just got to the point where I'm like, RL, I have it memorized. I just need to take a breather. It was hard for me. It was hard for me. And even after the show was over, I had several audience members come up to me in tears saying that thanking me for sharing their story, which tells me that I did a good job portraying that role. And my prayer is that healing came forth. A lot of people, if we can talk about it and be honest, a lot of young men and women that experience molestation, they carry that into their childhood because if they try to tell, you know, an adult, black people sweep it up under the rug and we don't want to talk about it. Nope, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to, whatever. So anyway, after the play, it took probably about 3 months for me to come out of depression. Um, and I smiled on the outside and everything, but that heaviness from that role I carried with me for like 3 months. So I think a lot of people that are not familiar with the arts, when we say we're embodying a role, we're literally like becoming another person. And in heavy roles like that, I know there are a lot of famous actors and actresses that, go into depression or attempt suicide or, because of the roles they play or end up dying. So
Oh
that was
yeah.
my most challenging. That was my most challenging role, Touch, a shock opera. And Ariel was like, "Hey, we got a great response. We're gonna do it again." And I was like, "Oh God, just keep me. Guard my heart.
So
Guard my
this
heart."
so this is why I say that. Um Stanislavski introduced a method that has led to acting teachers warning their students. It's a method to where you meet your character in the middle, and then you are gone. Where you at? I don't know, but you are the character, and me in meeting the in meeting. There you go. Let me try this again. In meeting the
Yeah.
character in the middle, you are finding things about yourself that relate with the character. And I would think that you probably could relate to the character in some ways. I remember when we were in rehearsals, I would see you getting in character. Normally when I'm around you, I'm joking, I'm telling you how much your Cowboys suck, all of that.
Oh
Um,
no, won't be done. Okay.
love you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I could see you getting in the character, and I was like, okay, let me leave Javetta alone because she's painting right now. She's getting ready.
Right.
The way you approach that role is what the way you approach that role is what separates the pretenders, the performers, from the artists, and you are an artiste.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, brethren. I with every show except for this last play that I did, with every single show, I take time to become my character. This is before the show. Hours before the show, I find a small corner, get myself in to whatever it is that I need to do. And I'm that character
And
until
Javetta has left the building, and the characters in there.
correct.
You know what's my favorite show that we've done together?
What's that?
Let the church say amen.
First, I was first lady. That was Shonda. She actually is in Atlanta now. She's working on a stage production down there. She asked me to help her direct. So she's doing big things in Atlanta, really big things. But let the church say amen. I actually enjoyed that role. What I did was my mom is a first lady. My father's a pastor of Full Gospel Christian. I was about to say Shinter, Full Gospel Christian Shinter. Shout out to
Center.
them. But my mom back way before COVID, she used to wear the baddest suits. I mean, all her clothes was she had shiny, she had dressed down, she had pants, dress. So I went to her closet. I said, "Ma, I need to become you."
I need to become
And
you.
I need to become you. I said, I need this. She's pulling out, oh, this would be nice. This would be nice. And I became a first lady. I pulled from my mom because my mom is very like dignified and sorry, mama, it's true. Um,
You're very
and
dignified.
I pulled from a few people that I've watched in first lady roles to become that first lady. It was good. I had a good time.
I had a great time because that was my first time being a villain. The show villain. Oh, I loved it so much. I loved it.
You know, my
So
first role was a villain. Well, kinda. I was the baby mama of the main character, and I wouldn't let him see his son. I was angry and da 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 da. Then I died. Yeah,
yeah, you died. Yeah, you were a villain. I was like, yeah,
that was
yeah,
my first.
Javetta. You know, you had the
It
short
was
hair.
yes, that was far, far. My hair is short now too. These braids is hanging on by an inch. I'm telling you. But
Or my locks.
that was opposite. That was so opposite who I am. So I think I had been out of high school for maybe like 12 or 13 years when I did that first role. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just know how to sing. And when she reached out to me, she said, I wrote a role just for you. And I was like, me? I don't act. She was like, can you sing? I said, yes. She said, I'll take care of the rest. And she actually did a really good job of directing and pulling that bitterness out of me. And
The
I
best
remember,
the best directors can pull qualities out of you that would add to the character development.
um, I'm glad you said that because I have actually been directing for the past, I think I co-directed Let the Church Say Amen.
I was
It's been
wondering why once during rehearsal you stopped me and gave me a note. I was like, why
yes,
is stopping me? Actors are
yes,
not supposed to direct other actors.
that is correct. Yes, I was co-director for Let the Church Say Amen.
I did
And
not
I've
know.
actually, yes, I actually partnered with James Lyons, that guy from Winston Productions. Shout out to Jo if he's watching. Um, his past maybe like three shows and an audio series I had the opportunity to direct.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a whole nother side of acting, but I really enjoy it. I don't know which one I enjoyed the most. The last show I actually starred in and directed, which was,
Mm. When I
and
put
I
up my
have,
play,
what'd you say?
I was about to say when I put up my play time, I wrote it, directed it, and acted in it, and produced it.
Good job.
I'm surprised I got all this because it was stressful, very stressful.
It's a lot. It's a lot, but once you've committed yourself to doing something,
Hmm.
you just got to dig in and get it done. That's a nugget that you can actually use in life. Actually, dig in and get it done.
Yes,
Once you commit,
yes, once you commit. And as far as James Lyons, yo, when he was in, I say this every chance I get. When he was in, when he came in for Let the Church Say Amen in
he
full Uncle Ezel garb. Do you know how hard it was for me to stay in character?
well, in his productions, we don't see or know what his wardrobe is going to be until he comes out on the stage the night of the show. We don't know. So for me and some of the actors that have been in multiple productions with him, we're used to it. I mean, we still crack up after the show, like, did you really have that on? But for new actors in his productions, we're like, listen, no matter what you do, don't break character. And they're like, oh, I'm good, I'm good. And then he comes out and they don't break character. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Lo said I co-directed a music video with him
A music video? Hold up. Was it the one that we all just did? Oh, I can't talk about that.
I don't know, Carlos. Can we talk about that?
I mean, there's already pictures of it.
I'm gonna say we're gonna wait to hear from him. I don't know.
Okay,
but yes,
we'll remain mum.
I was actually in Carlos's play. We did it.
Her Story, His Truth?
3 times. Yeah, Her Story, His Truth. I think we performed 3 times. We did the Community Theater of Greensboro, 2 shows. We did Odeon Theater at the Greensboro Coliseum. I think it was I think the best one was at the Odeon Theater. No, we did it at the Cultural Arts Center at the what's the name of that space, Los?
The Stephen D. Hires Theater.
It's the one with it's the floor and then it's high rises like theater stadium. It's the bigger one when you first walk in on the side. Van Dyke. Is it Van Dyke?
Yeah, the Van Dyke space. The Van Dyke.
Yes, we did it. I think that was my favorite one. I finally met Corey. That was the name of my character. The first show, I was cool. Everybody cracked up at the end when I did what I did. But that show at the Van Dyke is when I actually met my character within myself. And she cut up. She cut up. So much so that Carlos is in the process of writing a Her Story, His Truth Part 2. And guess who the focus is going to be on?
Corey,
my character. So I had to high five her. I was like, girl, we did that, honey. We got a lead role in the next play, okay? Yes, we did.
So this madness about you not performing in Greensboro anymore is false.
Huh? No. Okay, so let me explain that.
Mm-hmm.
When I posted that, I said that I would not be performing for a while. This is my last performance for a while in the Triad area. That's what I said. And it wasn't a ploy. It wasn't a ploy to sell tickets or anything like that. Like, I'm literally relocating to another state, and it's a whole lot of stuff that I had to prepare as in my personal life that I had to get in order. So yes, that was actually my last performance for the year. I just took a small role in a play that I'm directing that is premiering October the 29th at the Donacon Center in Greensboro. It's a James Lyons production. It's actually a murder mystery. I'm so excited about that. So I'm directing it, but I have a very small role, one that I could probably learn like while we're on this podcast. So
in the theater, there are no small roles, only small people.
Well, I'm big. You know, I'm almost 6 feet tall. I'm one of the big ones. And that's another thing. For me, being almost a 6 foot tall woman, it is very hard for playwrights and directors to cast someone opposite me. I usually end up playing opposite Hayden Crawford all the time because Hayden is like a few inches taller than me.
Hayden's also incredible.
Hayden is the bomb. Let me tell you, I have worked with Hayden probably since 2010 or 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing him on a professional level and knowing him as a friend to knowing him as a friend professional, I mean, he's just the bomb. He's really good. Really good. I'll be like, hey, you gonna come to practice? Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be like, hey. He'd be like, I got this. And then, boom, he got it. He creates magic. I love it.
You create magic when you get on stage. But
thank you.
I want to know this, and I want to know this, though, because there's so much to you other than theater and all of the acting, all of the performing that you do.
Mm-hmm.
How in the world did you end up on so many tracks on the Keisha's album on 313?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good
It's like you're the
question.
1-3 of the 313.
So here's what happened.
See, what had happened was
So okay, Nikisha's sister passed away, and she reached out to me and she asked me if I would sing at her homegoing celebration. And of course, I told her I would. Um, so I went and I sang there, and then she had an album release. This was actually before her sister passed away, and she said, "Javetta, I'm gonna do this poem, and I want to see if you can sing these songs in between my piece." And I was like, "Yeah, I got you." I've never done anything like this before, but I was like, "Yeah, I got you." I'm actually very nervous when I sing, and I've been like that since I was a child. But anyway, um, I was going through a divorce, and the piece was actually talking about a couple that is splitting up, and they hit the crossroads. They got to decide whether they're gonna stay together or they're gonna be apart. And I was going through divorce, going through hurt. I was coming back out in public because I had kind of hid myself for a couple of years. Coming back out in public, and I was just like, you know what? This is what I do with every performance that I do. I take all of the stress and all of the things that kind of weigh me down. I put it into whatever I'm performing, and then I just leave it there on the stage and I walk off lighter. That's what I do always, every time. Whatever heavy is on me, I just leave it on stage. And that's what I did that night. And a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, Javette, I didn't know you could sing." And I was like, "Yeah, I do. I've been singing longer than I've been acting." So anyway, Nikisha hit me up and was like, "Hey, I want you to do a track for me on my 313 album." And I said, "Cool." So I said, "Send me the tracks, send me the words that you want me to sing, and I'll work it out." So she sent me like 20 songs and 20 sets of lyrics. And she's like, "Okay, we're gonna record this on this day. Then we'll record this, and this on this day." And I was like, "Oh, okay, let's do it." And I did it.
so you know how R. Kelly and Jay-Z were supposed to drop Best of Both Worlds way back in the day.
Hold on, James Lyon said, "What's up? What's going on, Jo? We was just talking about you, son."
Tell James Lyons to get his skinny freaking
Wait a
Fred
minute. Don't be
Sanford
talking
look.
about my bruh. Don't be talking about my bruh. Wait a
I'm
minute.
saying
Wait
I'm
a
about to
minute.
say something nice. I'm about to say something nice.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, can I say it now?
Yep. Go ahead.
Tell James Lyons to get his skinny Fred Sanford looking self on my podcast. I want him on here too. Dang it.
I, I don't know if he gonna come after you called him skinny and look like Fred Sanford. I don't know. You
You know
could have
good one look
said.
like Fred
You
Sanford.
could have said.
Uncle Easy will
You
get up.
you could have said. Tell that dope playwright, that guy from Winston Productions. Tell him I need him on my podcast.
I was
I
about
got
to say
his
that
director
next.
on here.
Okay, tell that dope play, right? Who's
Yeah.
from Detroit, right? To
Yeah.
come on this thing, to come on my dang, I'm trying to keep the record
Podcast.
going.
Oh, come on my spotlight.
James Lyons, you are invited. So now that I put the invitation out there.
Carlos said this is coming from the man with the girl hips.
So Carlos, I said to grow some hair.
This is going left. This is going left.
Let's bring it back to the
So yeah,
center. So
singing. Yes, singing.
Best
I've
of
been
Both
singing all
Worlds
my
came
life.
out. So what?
Oh yeah, best of both worlds. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So hearing the way you and Keisha were going back and forth and stuff, y'all sound like a female Best of Both Worlds.
Hey, I actually did enjoy doing the little prison gate. We had went to it was I actually enjoyed that. I'll never be in prison ever. But in that moment I was, and it just kind of felt really good to be different from who I was. So yeah.
Well, that's the beauty of acting. I mean, come on. I'm not, when I was playing Deacon Counterfeit, I was a butthole. I mean, I'm not that much of a butthole in real life, am I?
You have moments. You have moments. It's okay. We'll go on to the next subject. We all do. We all have moments. It's okay.
We do. And I would just like to point out that my banter
Wait a
towards
minute.
what's up?
Carlos said, so you invited James on the podcast, but you didn't invite Carlos on the podcast? What's that about?
Carlos has been on the podcast. He was on there last year.
Yeah, he wants to come back. He feels left out right now.
I want to audition for Her Story His Truth part 2. Daggone. So
There
I
you
feel left
go.
out. But yo, Lowe's, come on, man. Open invitation, brother. Open invitation to all my brothers and sisters.
Help, Holy Ghost.
Speaking of
Okay.
help, Holy Ghost, you are a devout Christian woman, right? Grew up in the church and all that stuff, right?
I have a personal relationship with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I don't practice religion. I am a spiritual being.
Lord, she could just say yes.
I could have, but you was like devout. You devout. I mean, I love the Lord. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Am I holier than thou? Absolutely not.
Oh,
I got issues just like everybody else.
You're holier than I am until you start cheering for them Cowboys.
That's the Lord's team. What is you talking about? And remember, I know the Lord. Okay. Sorry, God. Okay, go ahead.
It's all good. It's all good. Tell me, first of all, what's your favorite scripture?
I am actually a fan of Joshua 1 and 8. This book of, well, no, I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to do, my pastor actually spoke on this on Sunday. The scripture is, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. That is my scripture that I actually stand on because, when people view me as a strong woman, right? People view me as a talented woman. People view me as somebody that can help them a lot. So people pull on me all the time. I mean, in my personal and my professional life, they pull on me and they dump on me. Okay. So at the end of the day, I'm left heavy burdened, if you will. So, I kind of have to give all of that to God so that I can rest peacefully.
Well, do you know why people feel comfortable coming to you like that?
As they're drawn because number one, I love everybody. I literally do. And I think my spirit is open to people and they feel that. I've had strangers off the street come and tell me their whole life stories and ask me to pray for them, not even knowing that I was a Christian, and it happens a lot. It happens a whole lot. All my friends and my family members, they call me, they ask me, can I do a favor, or they want to share things with me, and I listen with no judgment. That's the type of person that I am. I have a good heart, and I don't want that to stop. I always want people to be able to confide in me.
Yes, you definitely give off that energy, but I think that is a quality that dwells within you 100%. That also dwells in most fellow black women. See, I have this theory. If any being is close to God, the closest representation of God, it is the black woman. All of creation started through you all. And all creation is beautified and maintained by you all. So,
Yes, we are
and you,
nurturers.
so what?
We are nurturers by nature.
Yes, you
We
are.
nurture. That's what we
You're
do. Mm-hmm.
You are a natural nurturer. Okay, that sounds
A
funny.
nurtural.
Yeah, that sounds better in my head.
Yes, we are natural nurturers.
Yes, you
And
are.
it's an honor, to be able to be that person. Um, at the end of the day, our men come home, after having a hard day, and they're able to lay their heads on us and find peace. It's a blessing to be able to have children that will be honest and upfront with you about what it is they have going on in their lives, and actually confide in you for advice. Stuff like that is a blessing, but it's also, you know, after carrying everybody's burden, it's like, okay, who's gonna be there for the strong black woman?
Well,
Who?
strong black man should be there for the strong black woman.
But I think it's at the point where in life people just assume that black women are good. Oh, she taking care of the house, she good. She taking care of the house, a man, she good. Oh, she taking care of the house, the man, going to work, she good. She taking care of the house, the man, the kids, home. She's going to work, she going to school, she's taking care of this, she's taking care of that, the grandkids, the kids, the nieces, the nephews. She's taking care of the bills and doing this and she's doing that. And they just assume that we're strong, which we are. Okay. Just being real, we are.
Mm-hmm.
But strong people have weak moments. Strong people have to lay burdens down, not just theirs, but the burdens of those who have laid their burdens upon our shoulders.
Yeah, and expecting someone, expecting one person to take upon all the burdens and the weights and the chains of the world, that's not fair because while you all are godlike, as far as I'm concerned, you're also human beings.
Yeah, that's the part that that's I think that's the part that a lot of people don't see. Your kids, they don't see you as human. They see you as mommy. They see you as daddy. They kind of put you up on a pedestal, depend on you for everything, even as adults. When they get in trouble, who do they run to? Mama and daddy. So that we're already raised up on a pedestal. It's kind of like pastors. Pastors, they preach and teach, and they bring such power and depth, but nobody realizes that they're human. So when they fall, it's like God has failed everybody, or shame on you. I'm like, Pastor was sleeping with Sister Judy, but you was sleeping with her husband. The difference is you didn't have that mantle on your life. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna
Like,
get into that. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that tonight. Praise the Lord.
well, for one thing, I just want to point out, I should have pointed this out earlier. ADQ's Renaissance is a safe space for everything. There are no barriers. Well, except
Did
porn.
I
I ain't
talk about something I wasn't supposed to talk about? Okay, I'm gonna be quiet.
So what?
I talked about something I wasn't supposed to talk about. I'm gonna be quiet.
No, I'm saying there are no barriers on ADQ's Renaissance.
Oh, okay.
All that
Cool.
can, all that is to be expressed can be expressed. Now, allow me to express something real quick. I
Okay.
put you up. I put you up on the pedestal. Believe it or not, Javetta, I look up to you not only because you tower over me, but also because um not only because you are 5 measly years. You're not even 5 years older than me. It's your birthday in December.
Yes.
You're only
August.
4 years and some change older than I am. I've dated women older than you. Shout out
Still
to
my
all
little brother.
in the world. Uh, but
Okay with you.
what I'm getting at is I put you on pedestal. I've always looked at you and saw such dignity, um such worthy of respect and stuff. Just whenever I would approach a woman and stuff, I would most women I go after are, I ask myself, could I bring them home to my mom, right? And then I look at the black women who are around me, who I know, and be like, let me see if she got these attributes, this attributes, this attributes. You know what I'm saying? Having women like knowing women like you, having women like you in my life helps me know exactly what I am seeking in a partner, in a woman.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, haven't I told you that?
I don't know. I don't recall you saying that, but that makes me thank you. I appreciate that. Carlos said, "Are you shooting your shot?" Heck no. No.
She's my big sister, man.
James said, "Swish, y'all crazy.
Lord,
Y'all are crazy. They a
oh,
mess."
man. These actors, man, these theater people.
You know
Oh,
they cut up it now. Now
I know.
James and Carlos, those are actually my brothers.
What
Like
about?
you a brother too. I'm just saying, like they like Carlos well, actually Carlos and James. You know, whenever I go to date somebody or whatever, I've been in a relationship for well, we started talking last January, so a year and 8 months, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually about to be our 1 year official anniversary from when he flew down here and asked me to be his woman on August the 14th. But anyway,
His woman or
uh,
wife?
huh?
His woman or his wife?
He asked. Well, we'll get to that. We
Okay,
we'll get to that. Yeah.
continue.
Okay. So yeah. So Carlos and James are the brothers that I reach out to for advice. You know, and because I know they'll be 100% honest, 100% real. You know, and I respect their relationships with their wives, and I see how they treat and love on their wives, and I'm like, okay, let me pull from this. What am I doing wrong, or what am I doing right? Or look, I met this dude on Tinder, right? He cool and everything, but he got this. They be like, nah, leave him alone. Unanimously, they be like, nope, leave him alone. Or
Yeah.
Carlos told me about I call him Shuggy because he look like Suge Knight, but his name is Franklin. That's my boo's name. But uh you know, before Carlos even met him, I kind of told him a story about what was going on, and you know, it's like I feel pretty good about this, but don't let them hurt you, you know. So I respect them quite a bit as far as not just their gifts and their talents, but also respect them as like big brothers for me.
So I don't know James like I know Carl. I don't know James like I know Carlos. James real cool. Carlos, he talk a lot. He talk a lot of junk, but really, he got a good heart.
They talking junk right now. You don't even see it, do you?
I'm not looking. I am razor focused into my interview.
Well, see, I like to interact with the guests that actually tune in. So I always, even on my show, I always keep my other phone with me so that I can follow the comments and respond as they post. So yeah, they over here acting crazy. They're
I
crazy.
normally do that. Talk about your show. What is your show?
It's acting up with Ju. Well, my name is Javetta, but the theme song is acting up with Juvetta and Carlos. You just gotta have the two. And the show actually came from, well, backstory. Me and Carlos have been hosting the same event for some years, you know. And every time people called on us to host together, we would host. You see, I thought you was razor focused, Adrian. I thought you was
I
focused.
am razor focused. I'm looking at the comments. I'm not going to cry in the car. But go ahead. You're hosting. Tell it.
uh, so we the our hosting chemistry is so strong. Like whenever we get together and we host, like the people be on the floor laughing, crying, because Carlos always end up preaching. But we just work well off of each other. So we started hosting some events, and then COVID happened, and Los was like, Javetta, how would you feel about doing a podcast? I was like, I'm down. I ain't got nothing else to do. I was furloughed. I was at home. Everybody was at home. We was in the house. And so then I think our first podcast was terrible because I had Boost Mobile and my phone wasn't working. The Wi-Fi wasn't working. It was just terrible. Second podcast, we did it in a studio, and I think we had almost 2,000 viewers the first show. And we got a lot of positive feedback. And so we was like, listen, let's do it. And that's what we did. We still do. But summertime for actors is like the peak for our careers. So he's been acting. He was on HBO. I've been acting, directing, doing dope stuff with James Lyons and a few other playwrights. And yeah. So we're jumping back into it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Name them playwrights. Come on. Give their names some traction, please.
Okay. Let me see if I can go back and come forward. Okay.
Go back and come forward. Go ahead.
Okay. Pachanda Dubose was the first playwright that I ever worked with.
Oh, no. I'm talking about what you were doing. I'm talking about this past summer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't want you to look into your scrapbook of all the playwrights you worked with.
I was going back because I work with everybody. Saeed, Saeed with his films and stuff like that. I don't work with Saeed. I don't work with Shonda Lou. I don't work with James a whole lot. Carlos, Her Story, His Truth. I've worked with him. Roosevelt Jackson actually gave me the opportunity to tour. His production company is in Washington, D.C. So I got to tour with him, which was completely dope because I got to see what the road looked like. Let me tell you something. Nope, we ain't gonna talk about it. Okay.
No barriers on ADQ's Renaissance.
Nah. We just gonna leave that with it. But I actually understudy with Garrett Davis Productions. He tours right now. He's in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Who else? Tamika So Sassy Allen.
Shout out to the
Bomb. Yes, she actually put me in a role. She actually put me in a role that was similar. I had breast cancer, and I had to go into like a little dark place. This was a couple years ago. Dinner theater. I love dinner theater, by the way. Coming up, I have playwright Tracy J's The Lies That Bind. That's in
Tracy J. Whitlock. Shout out to her.
Yes, shout out to Tracy J. That is November the 21st at the Dunn Center in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. It's at Westland College. October the 29th, I will be flying back to Greensboro, North Carolina, directing the dinner theater, Death at the Dynacon by James Lyons. So I have that script in front of me right now. In the Nick of Time, Carlton Clay. We filmed over the summer season. What season was this? 3? Season 3 of In the Nick of Time. Yeah, we did that over the summer. Carlton is dope. He actually wrote a play or two, but his web series have like taken the internet by storm. So grateful to be able to work with him. And I feel like I'm missing somebody. I always miss somebody. But I've been busy. I've been working.
There's one playwright that you have yet to work with. Out of all of them, I could think there's one playwright that I'm thinking of that you have yet.
Why do I feel like you about to say? Oh, RL. I didn't shout out RL.
But why do I feel like you about to say Adrian Quarles, ADQ?
Why in the
Why
world
you
would I am not so cocky with my Virgo energy
who are you about to say?
Well, yeah, I was about to mention myself, but I wasn't going to refer to myself in third person.
Cocky. Virgo. Let me turn down the lights. Turn off the lights. I gotta save my battery because it's about to die.
Well, what I am saying is actual factuals. I have put out some dope. Literature out there, and you have yet to partake in any of it.
But why haven't I? It's because I have been so busy. I'm always booked, always. So if you say to me, Javetta, I need you to be a part of this show in 2024, I can guarantee you that I have absolutely nothing on my books for 2024.
What about 2023?
Oh, I'm getting married in 2023.
Congratulations.
I'm sorry. He just corrected me. I'm getting married in 2022.
Why don't you just say you're getting married next year?
Well, I'm getting married. The point is I'm getting married. That's my point. Okay. Now I got to pay some attention to my husband. I got to pay some good attention to my husband.
Congratulations to you, and congratulations to your what is the hey, congratulations to you and your fiance. Man, I was looking for a fancy word to say fiance.
Thank you. Say his name. His name is Shuggy.
I'm not calling another man Shuggy.
Don't call him Shuggy. Yeah, don't call him Shuggy. Please don't call him Shuggy. My daddy be calling him Shuggy sometimes. I be like, Daddy, that's not it. Frank. No, you call him Frank. And Franklin, let me tell you about Franklin.
What's up?
Franklin is 6'7", okay? And Franklin don't play about his woman, okay? He don't play about God. He don't play about his woman, okay? I have never felt more loved. I've never felt more protected. I have never felt closer to love than I have with this man right here. So I'm grateful for him. And every time I get a chance to toot his horn, I do BB.
Okay, so shout out to Franklin. Shout out to yeah, I never met Franklin. I don't know Franklin, so shout out to Franklin. Yeah, God, praise the Lord. I'm trying to figure out Muslim praise.
Wait, Carlos mad because I didn't spill this tea on acting up. I spilled the tea on your show.
Spill the tea. I got it. I got the big spill, Carlos. In your face, chocolate okay.
Whatever. Los is gonna be at the wedding, so he'll be all right.
And also, what else he don't play? Oh yeah, he don't play about his woman. Frank, this is a good one. Oh.
I don't know if he's watching the show tonight.
Well, if he is, Frank, that's a good one you got. But please, stop him from cheering for them horrible Cowboys.
He does not like the fact that I'm a Cowboys fan, and let me tell you, I am right down the street from Dallas, Texas. Okay, right down the street. So I'm like, honey, I need to get some season passes or something to go see my boys. He's like, what make you think I'm about to go take you to go see them? Huh? He will though, because he loves me. I know he will because he loves me. He will. Watch. I'm gonna take some pictures of us and post them on Facebook in the Cowboys Stadium with our Cowboys jerseys on. Ain't that right, honey? Wrong. He said wrong. Oh, I guess Adrian left. Okay. So we're back to the Javetta Show. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all support. Los, his signal dropped again. I'm about to go to bed anyway. It's okay. So let me shout out the people that have commented because I can't see who all is on here. Thank you to Carlos, of course, big brother. James, Little John. Who said Adrian got jealous? James, you stupid. James Lyons. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us tonight. I really, really appreciate it. Y'all done kept me up past my bedtime. I'm about to go to sleep. I don't know what Adrian about to do, but I'm about to go to sleep. If y'all want to follow me, you can find me just Javetta on Instagram, actress Javetta Milton on Facebook, or just Javetta Milton on Facebook. But I have a feeling that I'll probably work with everybody on this podcast. So thank y'all so much. And y'all ain't got to go home. Hold on. Adrian just said something to me. Let me see.
Pardons or clemency. On Wednesday, we
I'm back, but hold on for 1 second.
Leonard Peltier and Chelsea Manning. Tomorrow, we'll talk about Puerto Rican independence activist Oscar Lopez Rivera. But today, we look at another request.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Adrian, it's past my bedtime, little bro.
I know. We about to wrap it. We about to wrap this up. So, yo, hold up, past your bedtime. It's 9:15.
But I wake up for work at 5 something in the morning, and I typically work 10 to 12 hours a day. This is my 9 to 5, not including the rehearsal that I have tomorrow night or the treats that I have to make this week.
Energy drinks are your friend, but sleep is your friend as well. Well, Javetta, like I said, we about to wrap up real quick. So, just to give us a reminder, what all is next for you? What all is next for Miss Javetta Milton?
Well, I am in the process of relocating to another state, which is a lot more stressful than I thought it would be. But I'm getting it done. And I'm coming back. I mean, it's not like, I have a child that's in college here in North Carolina. I have a son that lives in North Carolina. My family's here. My theater family is here. So I'll be back. As a matter of fact, I'm doing 2 shows in North Carolina later on this year. October the 29th, Death at the Dynacon, written by James Lyons. Let me tell you something. The last show that we did at the Dynacon Event Center sold out immediately. Tickets just went on sale at the last show 2 weeks ago. I don't know how many tickets are left, but I'm willing to bet over half are gone. So,
go ahead, start with it.
That's dinner. That includes dinner, a cocktail hour, and an after party for $50. You get everything, including the play. That's October the 29th. Like I said, I will be directing that, as well as I have a small role. Well, I have a role because there are no small roles.
There's no small roles in the theater.
And then
right.
November the 21st, I'll be in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, starring in Tracy J's The Lies That Bind. I'm also co-directing that. Yes. And then I'm going to finish out the year in peace and tranquility, in peace and quiet with my boo thing and my babies that aren't babies anymore.
That's a long daggone name for a show. Where's that going to be playing at?
Louisiana.
James said Adrian got jealous and left. Man, y'all tripping. Okay.
They crazy. Let me take my melatonin.
So, all right, so Javetta, if somebody wanted to hit you up for your acting services, for your directorial services, to have you featured on a song, how can they get in touch with you?
They can inbox me directly on Facebook or Instagram. Instagram is just underscore Javetta. I think. Hold on, let me look. I'm not on Instagram a whole lot. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, all you gotta do is just Insta and gram it.
Yes, just underscore Javetta. Just underscore Javetta. If you want to hit me up on Facebook, you can inbox me. My name is Javetta Milton on Facebook. I also have an actress page, actress Javetta Milton. That's also on Facebook. I also have a business page. I own a sweet treats business. So any of you that want anything sweet or savory, I can hook that up for you. J&K Sweet and Savory Treats. I do have a business partner that's going to be here in North Carolina to help make those treats while I'm gone. And I'll also be making treats in Louisiana. So if there's anybody on here by chance from Louisiana that needs some sweetness in their life, I got you. I got you.
Come on,
My
black
treats
owned
taste
business.
as good as they look. Mm-hmm.
All right, and
So,
if you all who are watching, because of Javetta, if you happen to want to hit me up to get on my podcast for playwriting, for acting, all that good stuff, my email is adq4christ@gmail.com. My Twitter handle is avenue adq_85. My Instagram, dang, why am I forgetting my Instagram? Dion Chocolate God 85. And my Facebook is Adrian Dion Quarles, ADRIAN DION QUARLES. Please do not call CIA on me. Javetta.
what up?
Yo, I love you. You are my big sis. I love you.
I love you too, bro.
Whenever we collaborate, I feel like, yo, I gotta bring my A+++ game. You put that type of energy in me, put that type of energy in all of us, for all that you do, for all of the great stories that you told. You, ma'am, are a dedicated, desired, beloved, and necessary member of the Renaissance. Our people are better because of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that for real. It's
It
crazy
is the
because,
truth.
well, we go out and we give our all. We put in endless hours of work and dedication to our craft. And oftentimes people are entertained, but a lot of people don't really say, "Hey, I appreciate you for what you do." So that means a whole lot every time I hear it. So thank
I
you so much.
appreciate you for what you do. And also, I want to tell you about this real quick, then I'm going to let you go. I don't know if you know this about my theater story, but can you picture me singing a solo?
You didn't sing. I know you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't.
I don't believe that. What you
Okay.
saying? Let me hear it.
No, you're not going to hear it on this, but I'm going to tell you about the time that I did sing. 2016, I was in this musical called Working. I had solo in the song Brother Trucker. That's
Brother
right.
Trucker?
Are you familiar with the musical Annie?
Yes.
Hey, hobo man, hey, dapper dan. I did that.
Wow.
With sore throat.
Wow.
I'll tell you that because you're a singer, and I just want to make you proud.
I'm proud of you. But what did you sound like? I just need to
Oh my
know.
God.
You ain't
You
gotta
really
sing. I ain't gonna put you on the spot. This ain't my show. You good. Just
No,
send
no,
me a
no. You
voice
put me
clip
on spot
later.
now. So what?
I said just send me a voice clip later.
Okay, I hear you. I seen your voice clip of me going, breaking number 9, big buddy, put your ears on for me now. Stop looking at me like that.
Good job. Good job.
Hey, white people like this. Shoot.
Of course.
Not what did you sound like? What, Chris? What the heck? Chris, dang, you straight up, man, you just came up out the woodworks too.
Hey,
Anyway,
Chris too far. Lord, that's my other little brother.
yeah, I'm your handsome little
Okay.
brother.
I shadowed him as a director. I shadowed him for a couple of years before I started directing. That's Big Brother Mike T. What's going on? That's actually not Big Brother. That's Little Brother. Chris 24. Chris, you still in Detroit? I need to come holler at you.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yes, she is knocking out the park.
Oh, thank you, Chris. All my brothers in theater are on the show tonight. I'm just so this blesses my soul.
Y'all should watch ADQ's Renaissance more often.
I love that they love me enough to jump on and support. This means a whole lot, Chris. I can't wait to work with you again, bro.
I'll tell you what, since y'all supporting right now, since y'all in the support mood, go find me on YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can start getting money.
Did I subscribed?
Yes, you did. And I greatly appreciate that. Now you get to see.
Problem.
Now you get to see all of the dopeness that I put out there, and I get to see all the dopeness that y'all put out there because I sure enough subscribe to that Acting Up joint.
Appreciate it. Now, did you check out the comeback show last weekend?
I was at the theater.
Oh, okay.
Being Hamlet, okay? Well, dang, she just hung up on me on that one. Anyway, for those of y'all who are still here, that's funny. Come back and then went away. Anyway, for those of y'all who are still here, oh, your phone died. That's all right. We about to wrap it up anyway. Those of y'all who are still here, Sunday, who we got? Tony Browley will be joining me Sunday at 5 o'clock. Tune in. Me and Tony Browley. We're going to be chopping it up. This has been ADQ's Renaissance. The lovely young lady who I just spent almost an hour and a half talking to was Javetta Milton. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful, incredible, blessed night. Drink alkaline water, and listen to Mr. GP, the re-up album. I'm out. Oh yeah, see James Lyons play. See everybody's play. Support. It don't cost nothing to support. Support. Subscribe to my YouTube. All right, I'm done. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.